Hi, my name is Joseba and I'm a new biomedicine student here at KI. I'm also the new YouTube digital ambassador, and this was a day in my life. Two important things to remember in the morning is to 1, pack a meal, since eating out in Stockholm is expensive and even the uni cafeteria costs around €10 to get a meal in. 2 is to check the weather and dress appropriately. In October, it's about 6 degrees in the morning, so a t-shirt with a thin sweater and a jacket over everything is enough. I'm leaving my apartment at 8 pretty much on the dot today, but since I live all the way in Kista, I'm gonna get on a metro and then a bus, which will take me about 45 minutes depending on connections. In my experience, the metros are barely ever late, but the buses can be a little less regular, so I do like to give myself time in case something happens. And then boom, after a 10-second montage, I'm here at KI, and I'm ready to start my lab. Today's lab is about the separation of caffeine from black tea. So here you can see us boiling the tea, and it ended up looking like a black sludge, but that's okay. And chem labs get a terrible rep, but I actually found this one fun, since we had so much equipment at our disposal and everything was so new. You get a lot of freedom during the lab to do the experiment at your own pace, and there's plenty of lab assistants to answer questions or help you if your experiment's going wrong. And it's just very important to know the procedure before you start, because otherwise things can go wrong and you might have to start all over again, which is very annoying. I stepped outside for a very quick lunch break with the food I prepared from earlier, and then got straight back in to finish off. This is the solid caffeine sample we extracted, and then we did a couple of purity tests, like checking the melting point and the TLC to make sure that we extracted pure caffeine. And we left at around 1 p.m, so we were pretty tired, but since the lab went well, we were all happy about it. And just as a disclaimer, you're not supposed to have your phone while you're in the lab, so I had to ask for permission when filming this video. Well, now that the lab is done, we're pretty much done for the day, but I'd like to go to the library for a couple hours daily to make sure I stay up to date with lecture notes or whatever else I need to finish. I need a break after all that lab work though, so first we're gonna take the bus to grab some fika from a really good bakery near KI. And fika is this cute Swedish concept for a coffee break, where you disconnect from work for a while to grab some pastries or coffee with friends or colleagues, and it's just a great idea. And the kanelbullar in this place are amazing as per usual, and it was nice just to hang out in the sun for a little bit and save money on vitamin D pills. This part of the city is called St. Eriksplan, and it's great just to walk around and it's beautiful. No fika is finished without some coffee though, so on the way back we made sure to grab some in a little Swedish convenience store right next to campus. This place has student discounts, so we could get a big coffee for 20 crowns or about €2, which is some of the cheapest coffee you'll see here in Stockholm. The KI campus is connected to the Karolinska Hospital with a bridge, so we took a shortcut through the hospital and across the bridge to get back to KI. We had to cross most of the campus to get to the library, but that's definitely not an issue with a coffee and on a sunny day like today. In the library, I worked on and pretty much finished my side of the lab report. We did this lab in partners, and since it's the first lab report we're writing, we had a template to follow, and it really didn't take very long to write a discussion on our results and the experimental method. As I said, I usually spend around 2 hours in the library, and other days that means summarizing the lecture slides, which are always available to us, or answering some of the self-study questions we get to test our understanding. Before exams, I'll also make sure to check out the exam papers from previous years, which is super important to do. We left KI a little after 4, and so the study part of the day was officially over. We commuted back home with the bus and the metro again, and once we got there I met with some friends on the rooftop terrace of my residence. I forgot to film because we were just having a good time, but of course I had to get a video of the sunset. I even started editing this video while we were up there, but only managed to edit like 35 seconds. After the sun went down, it was time for the gym, and very unfortunately we had leg day, which was atrocious, but hey, you gotta do it. And we were in there for about 2 hours, since we also managed to get a run in. And I got to my room at about 10 p.m, which is pretty late, so I just reheated some meal prep from the day before and made myself a mango smoothie with just some frozen mango and milk for dessert. And at that point, I was pretty much logged out for the day. I read a little bit in bed, and then I ended up sleeping at like 12. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video. I hope it gave you some idea of what studying here at KI might be like. Obviously, no two students live the same life, no 2 days are the same, but I just wanted to show that there is time
for work and for friends and for your hobbies if you manage your time well. I'm right at the start of the line, so maybe I haven't reached those really work-intensive courses that the second and third years will warn you about. But so far I've had a great time. Just as a final note, as digital ambassadors, we're here for you. We want to make sure you make a well-informed decision when you choose KI. So if you like this video and you want more content like it, make sure to check out the student blogs, which will be linked down in the description. You can also follow the KI Students account, which is run by the digital ambassadors. And if you have any questions at all, you can also just get directly in the comments, or you can send a direct message to the Instagram team, which I know will be more than happy to have a chat with you and answer any questions you might have.